Yeah, I got it. All right, we'll go live on Facebook. Hey, welcome Facebook folks.
Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome to the show. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. This is Build Your Team Thursday. I don't know if traffic's messed up or what the scoop is, but we have got an interesting show today. And we're supposed to have a guest in the studio live, but he is not here yet. So I will talk about the event that I went to last night. You know what's interesting is as you get out in the marketplace, it is amazing how willing people are to help others be successful in real estate. You know, there's only a couple of fears that people have in terms of being able to get started in real estate. The first fear is like, hey, where do I begin? How do I first find the deal? And, you know, there's plenty of wholesalers out there. In fact, I gave a case study last night of a couple, husband and wife. Husband really didn't like his job. Wife was in healthcare. A lot of stress in healthcare if you're a healthcare provider. You know, thanks first off for your service. I feel like that, you know, two industries that are really, really tough. One is if you're in the military. Again, thank you for your service. Second one is if you are in healthcare. And what we know is the largest population group that we have in our society right now are the baby boomers, right? So it's the people born between like 1942 and then 1964. So it's that period of time, you know, they're the baby boomers. And, you know, let's face it, after World War II, you know, families got back together, started making babies. It's what put, if you follow the life cycle of our country and what's happened with, you know, like when, you know, Gerber got put on the map in the 50s, and it's because of the baby boomers. And then when you follow the life cycle of the energy and economic engine of our country, it's mainly been the baby boomers. Well, as they're starting to retire and get into advanced years, you know, we know that 80% of all healthcare dollars are spent in the last 6 months of our life. 80% of the total dollars that we spend in our entire lifetime are in the last 6 months of our life. So that means that if you're a healthcare professional, I mean, number one, you have job security, but that's where the biggest amount of inflation in our country is going. And so good wages there, but I mean, oh my gosh, it's not just the patient care that is so stressful. It's also the stress of all the compliance issues. I mean, there's so many regulations and there's so much liability and compliance and things like that. So you got to be on all the time. So thank you for your service there. But, you know, sometimes people get into that because they want to help people. And then once they're in it, they realize that only about 20% of their job is helping people. And the other 80% is compliance and all the other, you know, management issues that go with being in healthcare. And that's the part that's not fun. And oftentimes people are looking for a plan B to replace their income because let's face it, it pays well. So we have students up in Dallas that had been wholesaling properties. In fact, they had paid some other gurus. They paid another guru $35,000 to teach them how to do real estate deals. In fact, taught them how to do the transaction pretty well. In fact, they did 20 transactions with an average profit of $4,500 per transaction. So that means they made about $90,000. Good return on the investment of $35,000 to the other guru, but not stellar. And they've been involved in our program for about 6 months now and just have been killing it. They've done fewer transactions because it's really not about the volume of transactions. It's about the amount of money that you make per transaction. So they've, talk about a 10X. They've gone from $4,500 as an average transaction size to $45,000 average profit per deal. And they've done, it's either 4 or 5 deals since they've gotten started with us. So that's a huge, huge difference. So I was sharing that story yesterday, and then people were coming up and, you know, to me yesterday and asking questions. Met a guy yesterday that just getting started in the construction business. You know, he said, "Hey, what can I do to earn your construction business?" He said, "I'm just getting started. You know, I'm getting it all figured out." And I'm like, "Brother, I know where you are. Been there, done that, got the T-shirt." So it's fascinating to me, you know, to meet people with all different levels of experience and people recognizing. Saw another gentleman there that I, have seen at networking events. He comes to a networking event about once every 6 months. He's pulled out of doing business in the Houston market for the type of business that he does. Won't get into that in too much detail, but he's shifted a lot of his focus and energy into the San Antonio market for what he does, and which I find that's kind of interesting because there is so much opportunity, especially for investors in Houston. I mean, I know people that are moving from, San Diego, moving from Chicago, moving from New Jersey, moving from all different parts of the country to come to Houston because this is right now a land of opportunity. I mean, it's an incredible buying opportunity right now in the Houston marketplace. And so you may be listening right now and say, Tom, how do I get involved learning what it is that you teach? And what's fascinating is I was being shown a text last night, a text exchange between two gentlemen. The gentleman that was showing it, he was, the recipient. He referred someone to our weekend retreat, and then was engaged in a text exchange, with this gentleman that had gone to the weekend retreat, and the guy that had gone to the weekend retreat was really thanking the guy that sent him and trying to use a lot of pronouns without giving out too much information. I know normally in a conversation, nouns are better than pronouns, but, I don't want to give out too many details to protect the innocent, if you will. But, it made me feel really good seeing the feedback in the exchange. Number one, the guy that referred to us, to see the level of professionalism that, the guy that was the referee, was expressing in terms of what he learned, and that, we really teach this as a business, not just as a transaction, because, we teach a couple of things. I know everybody comes to our weekend retreat just to learn the transaction, learn how to find the deals, learn how to analyze the deals, how to analyze the overall deal, to analyze the rehab numbers, to analyze the ARV, or what we call a PFV, a predictive future value, and then to analyze the funding of the deal, and then the disposition of the deal. That's what most people are there to figure out, and realizing that, man, if I can just learn these things, I'll be successful. No, that's not all that there is. There's so many other shifts in mindset, because you can have all of that. And it's amazing to me that when we start uncovering mindsets throughout the weekend, how many times people have a broken mindset that they think that what they're doing, because there's two ways to make profit in a business, right? You can increase revenue and you can cut expenses. And it's amazing to me how many times people will spend an inordinate amount of time trying to save money rather than trying to increase revenue. Because everybody knows this saying. I'm going to say it out loud. A penny saved is, finish it for me, a penny earned, right? No, it's a penny. Who wants to earn a penny? Don't get focused on the pennies. Don't bend over picking up a penny if $100 bills are flying out of your back pocket, right? Now, I'll bend over and pick up a penny just because it reminds me of when I was a kid, and that you could actually buy a piece of bubble gum for a penny. I don't even think you can do that anymore. But it's there's nothing wrong with bending over and picking up a penny as long as you realize that it costs you some time to bend over and pick up that penny. If you're on your way to an appointment and you're running, 30 seconds early to the appointment, and it's going to take you 15 or 20 seconds, and it causes you to miss the elevator, and you're not on time to an appointment, it's going to land you a big deal, then, what is that? Does that cost you that big deal, but you made a penny? No, what a terrible mindset. So we spend a lot of time at the weekend retreat focusing on mindset, focusing on maximizing your dollar, focusing on something like, do you even know what your time is worth? You've got to attach a value and a worth to your time. I remember I used to have this conversation with a person that's been in real estate a lot longer than I've been involved in it, and what I realized is that over about a 3-year period of time, they really didn't grow their income or their wealth at all. And they were full-time real estate. And I remember I used to get in this debate with them. You know, they had quite a few rental properties, some that they had accumulated and some that they had inherited. And what would happen is a tenant would move out, and they would do the make-readies themselves. They'd go in and paint the house, and I'm like, why are you painting the house? You know, painter makes about $15 an hour. Isn't your time worth more than $15 an hour? And they go, no, you don't understand. This is like my therapy. It keeps me from having to pay a therapist. And I'm like, no. It's a broken mindset. You need to pay for people to do the things that are not worth your time in doing. I've told this story before about there was a gentleman that invited me to join in his business. He wanted to partner up with me in a handyman business. And what he did is when I rode with him one day we rode together, and in that day we went to 3 different Home Depots, 2 different Lowe's, and a McCoy's building center to pick up materials and take them to job sites. And I said, man, what is your time worth? First off, why are we going to so many different stores? Can't we just go get all in one store and take it there? But even better than that, what's your time worth? And long story short, we figured out his time. He wanted it to be worth about $40 an hour. And I said, would you ever hire someone for $40 an hour to go pick up materials, take them to the job site? And he said, no, I wouldn't do that. And I said, then why are you doing that? If you want to learn how to build your wealth and build your income, it starts with a mindset shift. If you want to learn how to build your team, we're going to do that the rest of this show today. We're going to build your team today. We're going to be talking to Quest IRA. We're going to be talking to Jet Lending. So let's get it going into the break right now. Give us a call, 713-785-1817. Build your team Thursday.
Mic's off.
All right.
Mic's off.
Yeah, I saw the text. Is Quest on the line?
Yeah, Emery's on
Hello,
hold.
real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will
get
help
my
you
text?
purchase properties
I did,
quickly
yeah.
with as little cash
Yeah,
out
can you hear
front
me?
as possible. Jet Lending also sets
Okay.
up a repair
Yeah, I said, yeah, I got
escrow
the text.
to help you with repair costs.
Sorry, I didn't hear that
Jet
part, my
Lending
bad.
is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281
Yeah, I think he's already
872
checked out, if you will.
7800
Yep.
or email us at info@jetlending.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property.
Thanks, Harrison.
All in,
Appreciate
you don't
that.
know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk.
Hey, are you going to be in today or no? It's no big deal if you're not, but if you are, I want to make sure that I talk to you about something in about, or we can do it by phone after. Huh?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm coming in like not till 3.
Okay, cool. Let me see. I don't know that I'll be. Tell you what, do you have like 2 minutes after the show?
Yeah, you want me to call you?
Yeah, right after the show,
Are
talk
you
to me
looking
because
for an
I've got an idea about
investor-friendly
something.
General contractor
no
for
worries.
your
All right, cool.
investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742.
I want to run it by Jason too, but
or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
I'm gonna take my headset
Fast
off for
Track
this moment.
Remodeling specializes in turnkey
And
remodeling
is
of
Quest on the
single-family
line?
investment properties.
Emery's
Whether
ready
it's a
to go.
flip
Okay,
rehab
cool.
or a
Yay.
rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps
I had
to
so
get
much
started.
fun yesterday.
I'm
Yeah,
Jennifer
I know.
Hernandez, The
It was a
Hernandez
blast. I had
team
such a good
at
time.
Legacy
Oh, it's a great
Mutual
event.
Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com.
You need to say that when Johnny's on the line.
I will. I will.
3611.
I was telling my
Again,
boyfriend about it. He was like, I thought this was a work event. And I'm like, it was.
I know, right?
Wait to come out with it soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal housing opportunity.
Yeah, you know, fun and work can go hand in hand when you love what you do, right?
That is true.
Right.
Time is money in a real
1
estate
minute.
deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or
All right, we're coming
online
back.
at
Okay.
benchmarkbroker.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. I'm joined live in the studio. No, actually live via the telephone hotline by Anne-Marie with Quest IRA. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Hey, will you do me a favor?
Sure.
You say that hesitantly, right? So I noticed that Jason Bible has joined us. He's watching live on the Book of Faces. And do you know what today is? Today is Jason Bible's 40th birthday. Will you join me in singing him happy birthday live on the radio? I'm going to put you on the spot. Ready? Let's go. Let's do it. With enthusiasm. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jason. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Now, all of Houston can know that it's JB's birthday, the big 40. All right. So, hopefully he enjoys that. Hopefully he's cracking up at that, or maybe he can make a comment. So, everybody following on Facebook can know now also. So, hopefully that's the first time he's ever been sung happy birthday on the radio. So, that just to show you goes to show you how great Quest IRA is. Being part of the fun, right? Always part of the fun. In fact, it's questira.com. It's 855. What is it? Fun. F-U-N IRAs, right?
Absolutely. We try to make it fun. Everything we do.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I saw your head honcho at the event last night. I realize he doesn't come out to. I mean, he's at so many events, and so it's rare that our paths cross anymore. So it was good seeing
both of them, both Nathan and Quincy were there
I
last night.
I
So it was
know.
definitely a treat.
I know it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So I got a chance to say hello to both of them, and yeah, it's amazing because I realize I'm not in as many events as I used to be able to go to. Now I've got to pick the ones because our schedule's kind of busy. So anyhow. So tell me what's going on at Quest IRA.
Well, we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up in Houston. We are planning. We don't have a date set, but we are going to be planning a casino night event, and we'd already done this one in Dallas last year, and we have one coming up in Austin as well. So we thought we would bring it to Houston. So coming close to the summer, probably in May, we're going to be having a casino night that'll be free, open to everyone. We'll have a bar and all of that good stuff. So it'll be a really good time. And the way we did it in Dallas is we had different sponsors that would sponsor a table. And so you can kind of network one-on-one in a more casual way, just a fun way at the table. And then there's different prizes. There's like kind of fake money. So you're actually gambling. There's like blackjack tables and poker tables and slot machines and all that good stuff. And basically, at the end of the night, with your money, you'll be able to redeem it for tickets and possibly get some pretty cool prizes. So it'll be a really fun event that we're planning.
And give the dates again.
We don't have the date set yet. We're still in the planning phases. We're trying to get all of that hammered down. But stay tuned. Check out our website. It's questira.com. Each week, by the end of the week, we're updating more and more events. And then other than that, we've, of course, got our Tuesday classes that we do here that are free and open to the public.
Yeah, I have to say that I was a part of that last Dallas event, and it was absolutely one of the most fun events of the year. I mean, there's a handful of fun events, that are done on an annual basis, and I'd say that that event, if it's got to be, if it's not number one, it's got to be top three.
Sure. The only other one that I know that everybody loves is the most is Fright Night.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's not Casino Night, it's got to be Fright Night, and then Patton puts on some pretty fun, like the barbecue they did just recently. I mean, between you guys and Patton, there's probably 4 or 5 events that happen every single year that are must-attend events whether you're active in real estate or not. Because I know that people bring friends and family and things like that, and there's a lot of people that are active in real estate, and then there's some people that are not active in real estate. But it's you've got lenders and you've got title companies, and it's a blast. I mean, you got all the tools necessary to be successful in real estate. And here's the thing. Is that Jason and I have been studying retirement a lot lately. It's been our message and our mantra that we've been talking about, is that it is really sad how few people take active control of their retirement financial future. And you probably know the statistics better than I do, but when you look at the number of people that retire on way less than what it takes to retire in a fashion that they want to retire in, I mean, most people, a big part of their strategy is Social Security. And, I mean, give me your thoughts on that.
I mean, what we see is obviously especially the Texas market, but honestly all over the country, we're seeing people all the time that are coming to us and saying, hey, I want to get involved. I want to self-direct my retirement account. But like you said, if you actually look at statistically, if you look at the numbers of people that are doing this in the country, only about 2% of retirement accounts in the U.S. are being self-directed into things like real estate or notes or private companies. So sometimes I feel like because we're so heavily involved in the real estate industry, we're seeing so many people interested, but the reality is that there's so many people out there that we do meet, and they're like, hey, is this some type of new law that's been passed? I've never heard about this. And when you tell them, it's been something that you can do since the 70s, their mind is just blown. This is something they've never heard about. And it's something, it takes a little while to get the education, but once you have that, it seems like most people at that point are ready to start moving over old retirement accounts and getting rid of some of those publicly traded investments and opting for getting that education, which takes a little while, but then doing it themselves, because at least, you have the peace of mind that, you're always going to have your best interest in mind, much more than someone else will.
Absolutely. In fact, we're doing this. We've got an event tonight. It's a Pathway to Income and Wealth workshop, and it's about an hour. It's about 90 minutes, really, start to finish, and it's a very interactive event. And one of the things that we ask people is like, hey, how much money would you want coming in on a monthly basis in order to retire? And what's fascinating is if I were to survey 1,000 people, just walking down the street, an average, some people that are W-2 employees, some people that are 1099, some people self-employed, et cetera, et cetera. It's amazing to me that how many people don't know that number off of the top of their head. That's number one. And then number two, we say, okay, how much money do you think you would need saved up, invested, in order to produce that amount of money on a monthly basis? They don't have a clue to that either. And so, our number one answer that we get is somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 a month, and they'd be retired. And it's like, if you're not focused on something on a daily basis, moving towards a goal, what are you doing? And if you're not taking personal responsibility and control of that, so here's what I say is, if you're hearing this message for the very first time or not, when are you going to make a decision and put some action behind your better future. And I can't think of a better way to do it than getting started with a self-directed IRA account with Quest IRA. What you need to do is go to questira.com or go to 855-FUN-IRAs and open up an account and take control.
Absolutely. No, it's so true. You know, I mean, we see people that are coming to us, and all their lives they've been saving up. You know, maybe they save 10% of their paycheck, and they get to retirement age, and they really just don't have enough. You know, just the traditional ways of investing, the ways that we've been taught to save and save and save, that's really not going to get you to where you need to go for all of your retirement in this day and age. I mean, it's just not. You know, you have to be doing kind of alternative types of ways to have income coming in, and a great way to do that is by doing a self-directed IRA. And I mean, it's pretty broad in terms of what you can invest in. It's anything to do with real estate. If you wanted to buy just a rental property, just stick it in there, have some renters, and just collect rent every month, or do a note, or you wanted to flip properties, or whatever you want to do, it can all be done in this account, and you'll have that nest egg there when you get to retirement, and it won't be taxable. So definitely something to consider. You know, as you said, if you've never heard about this before, check out our website, questira.com.
Well, you know, you could just do the math. I mean, if a person makes an average of, let's say, $60,000 a year, even $100,000 a year, if you're saving 10%, I mean, that's $10,000 pre-tax, right? And, you know, $10,000 over, 30 years, that's about $300,000. And even if you've, doubled that a time or two, I mean, maybe it's $900,000. And when you look at what $900,000 produces in terms of cash flow on a monthly basis at a relatively, decent return of interest, it's not a huge amount of, it's not even $5,000 a month. And yet through an IRA account, you can grow through real estate that wealth. We have one of our students that shared at this past weekend retreat that just since January of this year, with the properties he's bought, he's captured equity capture alone, not the cash flow that it'll generate or any of that, but equity capture alone. He's grown his net worth $1 million just this year. That beats the snot out of. Really. That beats the snot out of saving $10,000 a year and what that's going to turn into. It's just most people have never done the math. Math doesn't lie, right? I mean, that's one of the things that doesn't have emotion attached to it or anything like that. And it's that most people don't take the time to do the math. And I love that y'all can help people do the math and show people the right way to do it, either tax deferred or tax free with like a Roth, right?
Exactly. Come to Quest IRA. We've got lots of free classes. You'll be able to learn more about it.
Yeah, I love that. So it's questira.com, 855-FUN-IRAs, 855-FUN-IRAs. And the other thing is, one of the number one things that we see that stops people from getting started in doing real estate is money, right? And I know that when y'all do your Tuesday morning events, you have a lot of oftentimes new investors that have just opened up an account or have recently opened up an account that have money. They're not really looking to invest in their own deals. They're looking to invest in other people's deals. And so if you've got a deal that you want to have funded, you can go and it's a great networking opportunity. Whether you have money that you want to invest or whether you are looking for investors to invest in your deal, it's a great networking opportunity. So you get not only free education, but you get networking, you get all, it's a complete package. Are you there, Anne-Marie?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, you get to do it all under one umbrella. So it's questira.com, 855-FUN-IRAs, 855-FUN-IRAs. How many different accounts can I invest in through Quest?
There's 7 different accounts that we have at Quest. They can all be self-directed into things like real estate. So there's like a health plan, an education plan. There's kind of your standard traditional Roths. And then there's some employer plans too. So there's really something for everybody, even multiple sometimes. So
if you want to get more information, go to questira.com, go to one of their events. It's free to go to. All of their events are free. You can try talking them down on that, but you won't have much success. The music tells me I'm out of time. Anne-Marie, as always, thanks for joining in the fun. And thanks for singing JB happy birthday. He said thanks. He laughed on Facebook and said thanks for that. So
thanks for having me.
See you at the next event. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Mic's off.
All right, I'm going to get Johnny Cash in the studio here.
Over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S. Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make.
Let's do it. Mic check.
Check.
Hey, you sound good.
All right, cool.
Thank you. Good.
That was easy.
Or visit our website.
Did you see Nikki at our booth last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Met her.
That's her first time she's helped us with the booth.
Okay.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
said, "Oh, that was so much fun. That was a blast." She said,
Yeah.
"Went home, told my boyfriend." And he's like, "I thought you were at work last night."
Right.
That
is how we work.
Right. Working can be fun.
Yeah.
It should be, right?
It should be.
You should love what you do, and it should be a lot of fun.
Hey, that's why we're in this business.
That's right.
It is a lot of fun.
We understand that investors aren't just looking for a
I don't know anybody that whistles while we do what we do, but you can whistle while you work, right?
That's right.
Give NextGen a call.
Well, that's one skill I've always. The guys that can just really whistle. I wished I could do that.
Yeah, me too.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I've got a buddy. It don't matter where he's at. He can hit it so high. Like if he was at an event, like a football game.
Yeah, right.
And he's in the stands. His boys on the field.
Yeah.
He hits it. His son turns around, knows it's him.
Wow.
Like, hey, I better straighten up. Or
Yeah, right.
He want me to look at him for some reason.
Right, yeah. Wow.
In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Do you have
All right,
cracks
1
in your
minute.
brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when.
Oh,
Call
cool.
Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation.
Erica Soba just made the announcement that
2009 and has
she's having a
completed
boy.
over 1,400
congratulations.
evaluations.
Yeah, right.
We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you
that her second
unnecessary
one?
peer work.
That'll be her
So we
second
are
one.
in
Yeah.
the business
First
of
one.
evaluating
Girl.
your foundation.
That's
Our
what I had. I had a
product is
girl
designed for
first and a boy
houseworkers,
second.
landlords,
That turned out
or
pretty good.
even
Yeah.
owner-occupied properties.
I guess
Each
thinking
of
I
our
wanted a
files is
boy
reviewed
first, but
Yeah,
I'm glad
right.
I had a girl
engineers.
first.
Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, gentlemen. Hot mic.
All right, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Joined live in the studio now by Mr. Johnny Cash. Actually, it's Johnny Hayes, but welcome to the show.
I'll go by either
Yeah,
one
right.
in this business,
Yeah,
Tom.
call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late to dinner, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Speaking of dinner, you bought dinner for how many people last night?
Oh, we had 660 something RSVPs. Weather pulled a little back, but it had to be 500 plus. Even showed up in the rain. And
you know, Jason and I were last week in an event in New Jersey, which is probably one of the largest events that takes place in all of New Jersey. We were there on Valentine's Day, and even on Valentine's Day, they had probably 200 plus people, and they said, our crowd's about maybe down 50%. Normally we have about 300. And I'm like, man, you ought to see this event we have in Houston. And I don't know of anywhere in the country that has an event as big as the event that we had last night.
Well, it's 10 years in the making.
Right.
We've been doing that event for 10
it
years.
doesn't happen overnight, right?
It doesn't. It's a great crowd. It's a great event. People come to learn about the real estate, and it's just a good atmosphere. Find out if you want to be in it. Great networking, and we really enjoy putting it on for Houston.
Well, what's interesting is you've got money there because of you guys. Yep. You've got long-term money because of Vizio that's there. Yep. You've got financial advisors there like Anderson, attorneys and CPAs. You've got Quest IRA there for people that want to invest in self-directed. You've got contractors, you've got inspectors, you've got flooring. It's like you've got
title
insurance,
company, insurance.
Mentorship,
Right Path Real Estate,
foundation companies.
Yes.
You've got not only that, you've got wholesalers, you've got buy, fix, and flippers, you got buy and hold guys. You've got people
Renters Warehouse.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, it's everything under one roof. It's an absolutely amazing event. So thanks for putting it on.
Oh, great time. Thanks for being there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So tell us about the different kind of loan programs you guys have. So
the biggest thing we do, Jet Lending, is we're an asset-based lender.
Right.
We go out and raise the money for the real estate investors.
I was explaining that to I had lunch with a buddy of mine. Probably he's my second oldest friend. We've known each other. I've known him. I was 11. He was 7. We grew up three doors down from one another. So we've known each other a little while. We were having lunch, and you're like, hey, how's the real estate thing going? What do you think about the flooding and all? Probably a lot of your friends asking you the same thing. And I said, well, a lot of people fund their deals with, an asset-based loan. And he goes, what does that mean? And so describe, what does an asset-based lender mean?
Well, basically what we do, we loan against the property.
Right.
There's value there in the property, and we loan on the future value of the property, what it should sell for once it's fixed up. We call that ARV. So we'll analyze a deal for you. You bring a deal to us. We'll loan on the ARV, and we loan you up to 70% of that value.
That ARV, that's the after repair value, and that's the value. So if you're buying a house that needs foundation work, it's got termites, it's got flood damage, it needs a roof, it needs kitchen updated, bathrooms updated, needs new flooring, needs new paint, needs new everything, right? Yep. You can predict when it's all fixed up what that property is going to be worth. In fact, we've been using a predictive future value, a PFV.
Oh, gotcha.
And created a new term because, different from an ARV take comps into consideration.
Yep.
But as an investor, I'm risking my money and some of your money. We're risking together, right? You've got a lot of experience. And what I'm trying to do is predict what's that future value, taking into consideration all the factors maybe a comp won't take. Like, is it on a busy street? Is it back up to commercial? Because comps don't necessarily they have high-tension power lines behind it. It's what makes that property unique, and we're trying to predict that future value.
Oh, exactly.
So it's part psychologist.
Yes.
And it's part economics 101, supply and demand, how much.
Hey, sales comps are only part of it. And you have to be out there and see the environment
around it. Got to drive the
it.
comps.
You got to see that.
You got to look at the elevation.
Hey, we even look at actives as well to see how much actives are in the neighborhood, how much inventory's there, how long is it going to take, see what the market trends have done. And we don't look like appraisers the last 3 or 6 months. We look over a longer period to see what kind of trends have happened in that neighborhood.
It's funny, that's one of the questions that we ask at our weekend retreats, like, hey, how far back do you look when you're running your numbers? And most people say, oh, well, 6 months. I'm like, well, do you ever look past? Like, oh, no, don't look. And, there's a lot, people take a little piece of information and then they apply it and they stick to these rules. And one of the things, I was like, why would you want to not look at data? If you think Buffett only looks at a stock price over the last 6 months,
the more information you have,
we go back 5 years or more.
Exactly.
We go back. If I were to pull up HAR right now on my computer, you'd see that my standard search starts at 1,000 days, and then I look at how many data points do I have at 1,000 days, and do I want to expand it even further? I'd rather know what did the house next door to mine sell for 5 years ago than know what a house that's across the neighborhood sold for yesterday.
Well, we always unlimited the street.
Yeah.
That's right there.
Right.
Just to see what's always happened on that street.
Right.
Because if you don't have many comps once you start pulling, you still got to pull or go deeper deals until you can get some sort of information. And then you can make your decisions.
Right. We were looking at a deal just recently on a duplex, and we were seeing that the appraiser because they were trying to compare a duplex to a duplex, not to a duplex to a single family. And we had this duplex. It's down in Webster. I mean, it's walking distance to the hospital. So great for rentals. It's being rented for $1,350 per side. So $2,700 a month in cash flow. A cash flow monster. But it didn't appraise very well because they went not Webster, they went all the way to Texas City to find
a comp, because there wasn't much there.
So they had to go 6 miles away into another city, and you're like, that's not a comp to our property. I mean, so they're not. I'd much rather own it, even if it now decided, hey, I want to buy all the duplexes I can get
around that area.
Yeah, none have sold though. That's the problem.
Well, and that's what's kind of in our business, Tom. When people submit us deals, and you look at everything, if it makes sense, it's a deal. Let's do it.
Right.
Okay. If it doesn't make sense or the numbers don't work, that's not a deal. Let's walk away from that and go find a deal that makes sense, that you can make money, and that's what we're there for with our experience, to help these guys make sure they get in good deals, and we help walk them through so they can do more deals.
Yeah, that's the number one thing that we see is that with the level, I can't think of many people that have more experience than you guys do at looking at the number of deals that y'all have done.
Well, and we tell people, we're not just a lender, we're investors. We've been out there flipping houses since 1999. We've done over 1,500. We've done over $250 million.
And you've made money on every single one of those, right?
Of course, yes. But
no, I say that in all seriousness because I know that's not true, because that's one of the fears people have. There is life on the other side of losing money. Now, you don't want losing money on your first deal, right? Because that oftentimes knocks people out of the game. But y'all have lost money on deals before.
Yeah, well, the key is up front, what you're buying it for and what you loan on it.
Right.
And if you analyze it correctly up front with the numbers, you got about a 95% chance you're going to make money on those deals.
Absolutely.
Now, there are factors that come about, like Hurricane Harvey or different things that happen, or hurricanes, some other events, or contractors getting over on you. But there's events that you can protect yourself. That's why when you're in this business, you buy deep. You've got to have a pretty big spread, because things do happen in this business. And if you're covering yourself there and you do things the right way, you should come out on top 95% or more of the time.
Yeah, in fact, one of the metrics that a lot of people use in when they're learning how to do this is ROI. And we teach against ROI, because ROI can't really be calculated until the deal is done, right? So you can't go in based on an ROI. We teach margin is all that matters. That you've got to have a massive amount of margin, because margin is your insurance. It's your safety factor.
That's your safety net right there. And I heard a good thing last night. You said there's people out there that have gone to other places and they've done a bunch of deals with making small profits through other mentors, where y'all are finding these guys deals with bigger, doing it the right way. And you make more money on 5 deals than you did on 40.
Yeah, right.
That's how you're going to stay successful in this business.
Absolutely.
You got to have that spread.
Well, it's the only way you can build it as a business, right?
Exactly.
Because one little blip, if you're working off of small margins, you're taking all the risk. And, as investors, people understand how to calculate the reward, right? It's really easy, but very few people understand and learn how to calculate the risk that's involved there. And so that's a metrics that people have to.
And every house has a different risk.
It does.
Depending on where it's located.
Correct.
And there are other factors involved, but if you give yourself enough room there and spread on your flips and calculate all your costs, things happen, but you have enough skin there that can absorb some of that, and you still make money on your deal.
Okay, so I'm joined here live in the studio with Johnny Cash, Mr. Johnny Hayes at jetlending.com, jetlending.com, 281-872-7800. That's 281-872-7800. So describe to me, how many different types of loan programs do you guys have?
Yeah,
it's not like y'all do just one loan and you're done, right?
No, it's not just the flipping is our true asset base, but we also do a lot of business with landlords.
Okay.
We have what's called our Temp to Perm program. It allows people who are buying properties, they want to buy, fix, and hold and put a renter in there. Instead of basing everything off of loan to cost, they can come to us and we base it off of loan to value on our first closing. Then they refinance long term based off of the future value, and they may be able to get in deals with no money out of pocket. And that's very attractive for people to save their reserves so they can do more deals and build a bigger rental portfolio.
Absolutely. If you want to find out more about that program and many others, the way to get started you don't find the property first and then get the financing in place. You want to get the financing in place first. So you want to be able to call jetlending.com, or actually go to jetlending.com on the internet, or call 281-872-7800, 281-872-7800. Speak to one of their loan advisors and just get a package filled out. It's only a couple of pages.
It's a one-page app. All we ask for, fill that out, send it over with your proof of reserves. You got to have some money to be in this business.
Right.
And we'll get you a pre-approval letter out that same day, and we'll help analyze your deal at no cost.
Is $10 enough?
There's no charge for that.
Is $10 enough reserves? Probably
not for this. You're not. So.
But what about the no money, no job, no credit crowd?
Well, let's don't believe everything you see on when you can't sleep at night on the late night deals.
Right.
But like I say, on the asset base,
right.
If it's a deal and it's smart, we'll make a deal for you. But you got to have some reserves there. Even if you don't right now, still get approval with us. You find a deal, bring it to us. We'll either buy it for you or help sell it to one of our approved clients and let you build your reserves up and start off as a wholesale.
Don't count yourself out of the game. Give them a call, 281-872-7800. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Tom.
That went quick. Yeah, back to the grindstone, right?
Hello, real estate investors.
Cool, man.
Do you
Thanks.
need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a
Yeah,
jet
Brent
to
Franklin said jet
investment
fuel.
property? Jet will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket
All right, see ya.
as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 cases
Pardon me,
valued
guys.
at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% deferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
This is Business 1110.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Want to give a shout out to my business partner, JB, today. Jason Bible turns the big 40. He's posted recently on Facebook. If you'll go to his Facebook page, what he's asking for his birthday is he's getting ready to ride in the MS-150. And so if you'd like to support him in the ride at the MS-150, give a donation. It goes to MS Research, a worthy cause. I think that's fantastic. You know, when you reach a certain level of success, then you oftentimes buy the things that you want or need. And he's got kind of an interesting taste about stuff that he's really into cycling. Been around cycling for a long time, ever since college days on a cycling team, and rides now for a cycling team. And going to ride in the MS-150. So go to his Facebook page and donate if you want to support that for his birthday. And then if you want to improve your better financial future, you know, I shared a story, our students up in Dallas, and somebody asked us on the Book of Faces if we make more money doing real estate or we make more money doing real estate education. And just to put it in perspective, our real estate education business did less than $2 million in volume last year, and our real estate investing business did over $10 million in volume last year. So we're very much real estate investors first and real estate investing educators second. But what we want to do is be able to give back. There's a lot of bad information being taught out there. There's a lot of people that did real estate 25 years ago in single-family buy and hold, haven't bought a single-family property in 25 years, and yet they're teaching you how to do it. They did it in credit cards 25 years ago, and that can't be done today. And they teach you how to buy properties off of MLS, and although that can be done, we teach a little bit of that, but it's not our primary way of finding deals. The best deals aren't typically found on MLS. You got to create some of the best deals. Some people are always looking for the secret in real estate investing. You know what? There is no secret. In a lot of businesses in life, what it is learning how to do it correctly and then actually doing it. Learn plus do equals success. Most people, they spend so much time learning, trying to learn the secret. Somebody came up to me at a weekend retreat and asked, hey, how do you find those super motivated sellers? Well, first off, there's not a lot of super motivated sellers out there. Most of the deals that we buy, they're not super motivated. What they're doing is they're valuing time over money. If you want to learn how to build your wealth and your income, get rid of all the hype, learn how to do it consistently, repeatably, duplicatably, come to our free event tonight. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. That's rightpathrealestate.com. Register for the free event. Show up. Start the doing with the learning. Put your path to succeed in your better future. Thanks for listening, guys. Tomorrow, JB will be in the house. See you tonight, guys.